Hi, welcome back. I'm going to demonstrate for you a move, a fluid Qigong move that is known as wind blowing lotus leaves. The name of the Qigong forms oftentimes are reflective of what's happening, or sort of the metaphorical translation of what is the feeling and what is the direction of the movement. So in this movement, wind blows lotus leaves, there's a sensation of wind, of airy, of lightness, of transparency and softness in the body, as though the hands, as you will see, are being moved and blown by the wind. And this sensation is something we want to cultivate in the whole body, right? This translucency internally that allows chi to move and be drawn in different directions to clear out stored, stagnant, excess energy. Okay, so this is a really great move for beginners who are starting to practice some of the other exercises that I presented. Simple, basic Qigong flows where the feet are not being moved, the body is being sort of being held in a forward position. There's not any twisting happening. This body starts to present the possibility and opens up the potential for those torso twisting or the hips and pelvis twisting. Okay, but first we're going to learn how to do this movement without turning the body. Okay, so again, feet are going to be hip width apart, arms hanging at the sides. What's going to happen here is that first, once I settle in, again, I'm grounding my energy before I begin. I'm really just allowing everything to go down. I'm syncing the feeling and the sensation of my own physicality, right? My body, to a certain degree, feels solid. Grounding or rooting the body requires that I dissolve or I sink that feeling of physicality down into my feet. And I'm doing it even now as we're speaking, right? I'm literally tracking and also guiding my awareness down into my feet to remove that sense of I am solid and separate from my environment. Okay, again, arms will start basic Qigong standing position, hanging at the side, space in the armpits, keeping that Qi space open, right? We don't want to close this pathway in the armpit. We want to keep it open. What I'm going to do is I'm going to draw my right hand up to about the level of my chin, and then I'm going to bring the hand softly, palm facing my face, across at chin or eye level is fine. And then the hand is going to blow away, again like the wind is blowing my hand, and it's going to come back down, nice and easy. So when you're beginning to learn this move, you're going to practice it one hand at a time. And even already there's this sense of actually the hips turning, right? So that my hand can come across the body, and then I'm going to allow my hips to be very fluid and rotate just very, very gently, very softly. Again, almost imperceptibly. No one would maybe notice that my hips are turning unless they were looking very closely. And again, the hand blows away. So here's what this will look like in real time. Just like that. So when you're learning this movement, you're going to practice, at least in the beginning, a few times. You're going to practice just the one hand until you start to get the sense of not the repetition, because we never want to repeat movement in Qigong. We want it to always be emergent and fluid and flowing, right? Each movement is the first and ever only time that you're going to do that movement. And that gives you the sense of what is present in the body with each breath, each micro movement. Right, going soft and slow enough to really recognize what is happening throughout your system, your nervous system, in the joints, throughout the tissues of the body. Once you start to get that feeling, circling through, cycling through, then you're going to practice the other side. Okay, I'm not going to practice the other side here because it's pretty straightforward here what this movement's going to look like. Again, when I rotate my pelvis, I'm really sinking down. Okay, I'm just allowing myself to rotate freely. opening to the left, right hand comes across the face, opening to the right, right hand blows away, and then comes back down, palm facing down, right back into the starting position. Okay, so now we're going to add the other hand. Right hand comes up, blowing across the face, reaching out, right at about the point where my right hand is reaching out to the right, and then begins to descend. I'm going to be, and I'm turning, remember, I'm open to the right now. My left hand has the space to come across the body. And then I'm going to draw this across. And here we go. The right hand is coming up underneath because my hips are opening to the left. Left hand blows away to the left. Right hand comes up. The mobility of your pelvis in your personal practice in your body is going to dictate how far, how much turn you have. So your movement really may only be very, very small with the pelvis, right? If you have the mobility in your pelvis and your hips, you're going to be able to open up a little bit more. Okay, the last part of this movement, once you start to get the hand movement down and you're moving right and left hand together, opening these pathways between right and left hemisphere of the brain, crossing right and left. You can play around with the movement of the feet. So I'm going to step in with my left foot as my left hand comes up in front of my face. So the foot is always going to step in the direction the hand is moving. So now I'm going to step to the left as my hand draws across the face to the left, and now I'm stepping in with the right. Stepping across, moving slowly, keeping my body upright. My chest is upright, my belly is pulled in, my chest is soft. Bending the knees slightly, I can get into a little bit lower stance. This is good for strengthening the legs and knees and ankles. It becomes very soft and very fluid. Again, I am not just repeating a movement here. I'm actually feeling into and tracking what is happening deep inside the body, internally. Where am I holding tension? Where am I feeling a tightness or a constriction, especially around my breathing? So as I breathe, inhale, drawing the hand across. Exhale, allowing the hand to float away. Inhale, drawing the hand across. Exhale, letting the hand float away. Inhale. And coming back into a resting position. Beautiful. So practice, feel it, flow with it. Allow your body to guide you and also allow your body to be soft. When the body is soft, the intelligence, the deep intelligence of the body, as it wants to continue to heal and come into wholeness, will guide your awareness, will guide your presence and sense of, again, we're going from solid, physical, and isolated in our mind and how we perceive our body to fluid, right? Which is the water quality, the penetrating quality of water that weaves all things together, right? So the physical body, as it dissolves into this water, or as it melts into this watery quality, we can start to perceive the connections, the deep connections between ourselves, our sense of self, our physical structure, and the world around us, the natural world around us. And then eventually, as we develop this soft, flowing, fluid quality, we start to connect with the gas that comes up underneath, right? So solid, liquid, gas. Gas is this emergent quality of spirit that rises up through the body, from the earth to the cosmos, to the heavens, to continue to alchemize our reality, to alchemize our experience in a body as a human here on planet Earth. Practice, practice, practice. Wind blows the lotus leaves. This comes out of some Shaolin forms of Qigong, and also is present in at least one style of Tai Chi that I'm aware of, the Yang style Tai Chi. This movement presents itself several times throughout the 108 postures in the Yang style Tai Chi. All right, thank you very much.